Tra Fisker Hashin as Spain, it's on BBC Alaba, Ked Alaba, Claykenay, in the Philippines, and Cooper Pinatar Davilas Fikit Kehed. Ha Alaba, Null, and Murcia, Spain, Joe Lashad, Kujum, Pedro Martinez, Losa, Bahor Alaba, Bonachug in game, Hashaw, Kavid Turis, Horshin Shin, Hach Nablianigan. Skipper, Water, Galapa, Mahina Shaw, Alan McLeod, Collery, Joel Murroch, Ked Rishi game. Joel, welcome to BBC Alapa. What kind of game do we expect here today?
Hopefully an entertaining one, hopefully a successful one, and hopefully a competitive one.
Hashin Ching Drast, Gu na Fine Nashante, Exhibition Toshahug, Le na Philippines.
And now please, be upstanding for the national anthems, starting with Scotland.
Fawn Nashante na Halapa van Doshoch, Shach Fawn Nash in the Philippines, Ach Bishinichin Ikishin Inish. Shanaku Fawn Nashante na Philippines, Da Skipper, Brit Live Hele, Igiano Jishals, Marachunik as na Jalavan, Ha Laka Marker, Achke, Null, and Murcia. A Rachel Edu, Yana Adamkova, Lucy Radjova, Agus Nikola Safraknova, Gach Clay, Agishin Skipper Rachel, Sofia King, Smach, Humal Ethne Skippy Shaw, Da Skipper, Jiroch Jano Nullahug, Meyerachke, and Jalavan Rint Haring, so that Mershin. Joel, just how will Scotland be feeling at the moment? It's a big year for Scotland.
It certainly is a massive year, and I think the players and the coaching staff will certainly be looking to start the year on the front foot on a positive note, and I think that you can see that that hope in the starting 11 that Pedro Martinez Losa's put out today.
Well, if you are looking for English language commentary today, remember you can hit the red button, and over on the red button we'll have Stuart Mitchell and Leanne Crichton taking you through things. But here on BBC Alapa, Hamiheen, Alan McLeod, Collery, Joel Murroch. You mentioned that team that Pedro Martinez Losa's put out. It's definitely a strong side.
It certainly is a very strong side, Al. I think it's a strong side. It's a side that's got a lot of experience in there. I think Rachel Corsie, Hayley Lauder and Lisa Evans alone, all on 100 plus caps each. So that experience will hopefully prove pivotal today.
And we've at least decided it's a 4-3-3. What sort of game do you expect from Scotland?
I'd like to hope a very positive one, an attacking one. You can see within that starting 11 there's a lot of experience, a lot of creativity, and a lot of players, especially in the forward line, that can hopefully be clinical today.
Agus hiig sin trá na skipíon díoch nuair a háisichas i ggéim, mar a thuairs mí i dá skipe i Giano i Ddíseal. Na fachgil mi dhéirigh ag Rachel Corsi a siad Sam Kerr diolch fiach J Hachris agus. But it the reality of is on the Sandini here it na push in all as Spain. And one thing we have mentioned beforehand, Joel, just the wind at the Pinatar Arena. It's going to be interesting, at least for the goalies and the centre backs.
It will be interesting, Al. It's certainly a strong wind. I remember it well when I was over there playing in those conditions. It was tough, and certainly it's a consideration for the players out there today, especially with it in your favour, how you weight the passes forward, and certainly when you're playing against it, be mindful of the strength of it.
Well, hiig sin trá na skipi na drast agus Philippines ar gáil le Olivia McDaniel ag a chúl, cá le Ria Harrison, Norman Cowart agus Baird sa lein a chúl nóir sin. So Iki, Kazeda agus Egsvik a Savian agus Serrano Bolden is gilliú huas go hást. Ha a dúavas cloichedarin mar a ha an gemichin carstel ha a hula dunne iddyn enymachug id y fein gys mar sin híisiú gilio'r enymyn chig mi troch ba ulen no bysyn ag leúne ma ná mi fysyn disalach sin feici mar has andi ni chiaf ar ars machas a fog sa eich gysio eisiau idir na pusht y diw idd hosioch idd Lee Gibson o chleich yn gem i irig y fasid y neu sasing gem trwg fan dy galapa ach wel hi sy'n narig cwysyn as y Sbaen chwnig sy'n ysgipau calapa agos corum ag y ffost o chwl y sied corum sganial dy chleir Emsley girach mar hosioch tosioch i iddo groich hwyr i balstoch noch roi dŵl rys ach leis i gei fad yr dy McDaniel môr an i yn y leis ach chadwyd alapa y dosioch tosioch i y fad geri. Ac y fydder y balwain ymach van de tuin kiesien er is de ballen was het is ja ballen vria van Lisa Evans. And not quite a chance at the back post, but definitely one that will give confidence to the Scotland front line.
Yeah, it certainly will. It was a promising pattern of play. Sandy McIver starting high and then playing the ball up to Lisa Evans, who's made a fantastic driving run towards the byline, and a really good deep ball to the back post.
Lisa Evans due ag hwyl i'r tyf hiarstach. Chachyd mi gybi Giano môr an oper Gian. I fiaching isle yr ers choffad sa syringi. So feichi. Diolch pwcht an y draim Claire Emsley eisiau agos Cwtwm gyfior eisiau Hwani sy'n diw. Chynio Rachel Corsi toleche le brenach ag les reidjere. Cwsrolwa eisiau fo skippe Filipina. Yn feiching eisiau Mark Torcaso, manager achgas yn art coach na Philippines. Fer Australia nach. Gilior ha cleichas squad seo ha cleichas in A-League mar sin Iolas ach gan y league in Gira ars da ha cwtioch ag galapa Leitch Martha Thomas ha cleich de Tottenham Hotspur yn Alliance ach ba blianach yn môr cadri Man United cwtioch. Hishin alapa cymol cwtiom id leine chwl Philippines. Tokal van de Goel Maha Alaba Chachrig Mikel Eirige na Hreplach Stok Jaun Shin Gannafark is he in the taster of all Follow Gala Kulu Sandy Nikiavet Ach Joch Kus. And that's, as you said, Joelle, just that lesson with the wind.
Yeah, absolutely. I think Sandy McKeever's got a fantastic distribution on her, but certainly, especially in the first half today, we need to be mindful of that wind. We have very pacey players in the kind of attacking third. Brogan Hay is extremely fast, but yeah, I think you saw the wind take action and just how strong it is there today, because even someone like Brogan Hay couldn't keep that one in.
Derf Kajok the Olivia McDaniel about lying in Mach van de Goel in the Philippines. Sound gan Goel haal op het al reis Shinefeking Sandy Nikiver de ma fatte mag ze volk zeike Shin Daltrea en is meerig prachtige Liz Rachel het al zo is getoer Sarina Boldenike geta she gaan klikken door een biologie as scored in de Philippines daar is een hoog kijkbeekje gaan skippen naar zijn tennis waar ook kunnen we klikken de Newcastle Jets as een A-League een game bullig het zorgkrug haast bal came Ching Suez de jarst voor Jallig in de Philippines heel kunners te be in de viante galope haast dat is in Viking Nicola Doherty maar is Giano wat kriegt je skippel gekozen in gehoel ik kan nog daar werken haast de Chingisjach in het stadium als Spanje. Hier zien ik kan de vraag toch naar halpes fjeun gaming eraan van de Philippines kutjach kapal aard zoals zo'n Brogan Hay is je klachten maar waar Joel Graat hastere heike het er Ashley Evans return is je kan bal gaan voor de goal like is er eerst Claire Emsley is het de VU ach bal de scoreburger fall of Sophia Harrison Raske wel Faske Sam Kerke ju Faske York of I grey med Series Ching eerst ha Haley Lauder Fingen darne korm en bal goed de Jack en Voxe Shana Giano Jack en Mian Voxe I guess realike Ed Martha Thomas like count korm va shit Yisha Chris Evans ja, gaan pikken op het ook al again over de goal. En Cuthbert Gaskulik, Tarsing, het eerst gaat doen Sam Kerr, Bullock, Krijmid. Shinefak al Kutjum, in de njenje de Gleeig. Kerk het zo is, gra, ben je gaster, Brian, en Cuthbert, smentjen, maar stel je ging het shits. Fine, een bal mag gebroken Hay, ach gaan rash de spot. Joel gelijke is shit, ieder Cares Haley Lauder. Scorren is een bal goed daar, zeg is Doherty dat schachat, I guess. Of ik keer die bal vria, bal in de shot is schach naar Shin. Good passage of play there for Scotland.
Yeah, it was indeed, Al. Very, very positive, and I think there's a theme starting to occur, especially in the last few kind of passages with the fullbacks making those supportive underlapping and overlapping runs to support the wide players up top. So yeah, a nice passage of play, and Scotland looking like they're now getting their foot on the ball, playing it on the deck and adapting to those windy conditions.
Sadal isteach ríist de galapa. Gyda'n darn yn chorwm. A Sam Kerr ein eisiau. Hannig cwtio mor eisiau fo. Serena Bolden. Eisiau yn siwr sydd ydw. Chris o chylch eith manager sydd bi. Diolch e legal i'r falaf y bal gan cwtio'm i'r alapa eisiau. Harrison, Gahatal, Suez, Arst. Serrano a hannydd y fal. Eisiau, wel, yn bal ar ôl mach. Eisiau Jim Diach gyda'n eich. Eisiau efo cor y Sadal isteach y fi. Chaniel, Iana, Adam Kova y gyntaf chi gyda. Mae sy'n tyf alapa y han bal y dol. Slaich, môr, wafasach. Eisiau fo Erin Cuthbert.
Yeah, I think that was a Sam get out the way from Erin Cuthbert there. But I like what she was trying to do. There was a lot of pressure. The Philippines had locked Scotland in, and Erin just tried to relieve that pressure and get the ball forward and in behind.
Like je big na snasselen er is. Eerst. Zeg al ik al een bal er val af. Shin triplatje hele week. Stoch squad show haar. De pick and vliegen ik in meer ik. Fijn kiljoor gaan val lag. Karspoeltje. Een notion in ik al er val af. Kan kutjem. If we are econom. Broken he kom al kutjem. In de val shit geta. Ach, bal door Shaka door van Sadal isteach. Bal door Suez en Oorsen van Serrano. Ach, Gierig ku Sandy niet geven. Hij geskippeld de Kiljare gehoeld. Rachel Corsi, Kate, Jagas, Giano het Horsje gaat heen. Alpek toch gekomen garage. Glich gesegei. Gever, go Howard. Eentje nog faking Sam Kerr, team doing son of all. Billy Sevens with Astor Mori and Osuas a clear shit. I guess Jenny Shores a kutchum and his triplatje ha eve alapa ekahul had the Calvail, I guess get the sheer Hyla. Rhain Sam Kerr Gillior gestad de chwrydd Serena Bolden. Ach, fasyn gymac yn orstach. Yw'n corym yn sydd eich gyng i'r eistach. Cerydd y fal ffo chwydjum tyrys eile. Faking Evans ching y ffal afleish. Stiach gy Cuthbert. Evans gael i'r ash. Chadwydd i egeta. Cuthbert diolch y genw Karen. Mi yn y ffarge. So ys gyhelu loder i hens. Rachel Corsi, happer giolas it to the G-shit, gahors Suez and Norse and good Claire Emsley. Emsley fang and got him, Jach and Bal, Homal. Leisha Sadal is Jachach. And Erp Shaw Galapus, Suez of Harker, Kumal at all. Emsley reached, Sminch Gadori, Stoch a Cass, and Munyakas Eichgisha. So I shit Gorstach. If we go back a little bit to just here when Sam Kerr lost the ball. It was definitely dangerous.
It was dangerous, Al. However, I don't mind that. I don't mind Sam having the confidence to get in on the ball in those areas, which she has been doing for the first 13 minutes or so. She's been dropping in the central pivot into the false fullback or in between the centre half. So although she lost the ball on that occasion, I don't mind her having that confidence to get on the ball in there, and she done fantastically well to recover it and make that block and tackle.
Chachike bal sias de galape van een vrij Bosjanek Erin Cuthbert, maar zijn in de scope geeft valaf alleen de Philippines. Ik kan hem stochen, ik goed, ik Martha Thomas stochen parach ian al is shin nach hikshin, gaan je nach, gaan je fusach, kastel de horen gestjachen de games. Varach de, maar was niet graag merk of shit, was Sam Kerr, gaan je oorlog sebi. iddi fi Sandy Nikiaver ydyn yn push dy galapa. Si hedd y fal yn ysg. Sy'n y ffeiching. Mae'n hau hyn. Geri fi art so as y ffarca. Clis gilior ila. Bal y dollar ash gyda Hynel Alaba fain môr an dy slia i'r yrst Galer yn sochgyr Corsi han yn captain Chenwg dylwydd Kids leichyd cefbach Hanno sy'n iddar y draste Chefi Giano Chwys as i emse Jo chleiche amach agus Corum Túntaig yn isht agus y bal y sgurlig yn orsyn dy Lisa Evans Eisiau gyhors dy brogan heis Gair i'r asher eist hai gain Corum bal chod ysdiach ach fai tirwch yd cwlw loen y gian Sgat y gopri capulwch Mae'n efeg Erin Cuthbert na Chase y biela Yn y Lynch yn push bi na halapa Y giari Tight, but it's offside.
It is offside, Ali, yes. It's very tight, like you said. It's probably one where if I think Lisa gets her head up and gets a look along the line, probably sees that she needs to check that run to come back on side. But I like the way that Lisa started the game. She's, like I said earlier, been supporting in that kind of underlapping and overlapping role, and she certainly has the physical capacity to do that for 90 minutes, and I think we'll get a lot of joy out of the fullbacks doing that.
Sin soas de veikische de jarst. Richlie hiriest. Shit. Martha Thomas of Anneva. Giri Voilach. Joe Val en Oorsen. Erin Cuthbert Guyano. Shimmeter is oors me shit. Hashin a Bleaniken. Bal en Oorsen. Kaylee Lauder heen. Dalarash. Ruth Beck. Nicola Doherty en Oorsen. Dalarashke. Kerach. Gaing ashery is Nicola Doherty. Iddi chlie. Bal is Jack of An. Giemig. Thomas Jack Gachudder Ash. Chrocker Mike Gishit that the Janus of Oxe. Amesley. Jano Kama. Chanili fine Kaguna Gadechere. Risha Stocha Gayeri. Gadechere Jim Yakroi. Doshias Kayu. Smashin Hashin. Alenta Lorn. Tokal van a goede eerst, I guess eerst. Course, fikit koik stocha slacht de maken ze de leiche Sandy Nikiaver gema arst zo is ik goelach. Shit, chirach pikken kus in de val. Son fuse Claire Emsley vi gain. Now we mentioned this is it's an experienced squad, it's a strong squad, it's a strong team. Do you think that's maybe a sign of the pressure that Pedro Martinez Losa has maybe had, that he's not thought, you know what, I'll leave some of the more experienced players at home for this competition? Yeah,
possibly. That's been potentially a consideration from him going into today's game. I think a lot of his kind of previous squad, previous camps, he's come out and said that the selection is based on kind of trying different things, different formations, different personnel, but I feel like now, and he probably feels like now, we need to be in a place where we've got a solid starting 11 that from a transitional perspective doesn't really change that often. So the starting 11 today probably speaks volumes with that kind of in mind.
Yeah, there's a few injuries, but at the same time, this is probably the starting 11 going forward.
Yeah, I would say so. Obviously, Caroline Weir will walk straight back into this team when she recovers from her ACL injury. But like you said, out with maybe a couple of changes up top. I think this is pretty much his strongest team.
Corm inisht ag Sam Kerry, Gianno Slia. Ach, Chadwri yn bal rasig yn Taracage. Corm Sgoniel y fawn. Clis, mae'r fag eich iawn ile. Cha'n bal horsach a diolch iddo ar y foxes. I hyn hac a ein yr asher eist. Gahorst wel fe fiach yn gahorst. Claire Emsley. Cuthbert. Diolch y casir y fawn. Tors Corm dy Lisa Evans bal. Sgillig ysach agos. Yn y darn o Corm. Olivia McDaniel. Fain greimydd agos. Could start in the Bavashit.
Yeah, and I think going back to what we spoke about there, about kind of strongest team, I think there's players on the bench who have different attributes to those on the pitch. So it's not a case of kind of players starting and being standouts ahead of others. It's probably a starting 11 that's depending on the opposition and who brings what type of attribute. You've got Hayley Lauder there in the midfield. She typically plays in that kind of holding role for Glasgow City. Today she's playing higher up the pitch, and she's not a player that runs in behind into channels, but she gives you something else. She gives you that quality on the ball in those pockets and that creativity. So like I said, there's players on the bench that will come on potentially in the second game and offer different qualities and attributes.
I guess he shin marhig in games at first. Chanel casks be the narrative the aardig hier in the at machine maha alle fine stoche gonna 3 hill het hoshach some notion of is in Cormac Pedro Martinez losa ket the vaingi gaan je kelly famous het jolas a late Jane Ross stoche doges chilig schach mies en giok wees je mag ACL ile ach Cormac geschit chilig. Gedraaste are if he brisig shias in Philippines ek cool had de wie maar stolte gerike shaw Schanel Corm Scanial se be de wie galope Satalsjach Giro getal go Rachel Corsi heen gegoed Jilgedash van een Danica. Maar de jenig krijg je er meer dan alleen Gian eeuwig toerist hard naar Blienigen. En die tradition te de Vriesig, she is a shit, broken here van with Cassie Reveil, Nish Erin Cuthbert Vlaste, Slyke, Scanyalag is in Darna Corm, Ha Martha Thomas in Alapa Gudderst, Tel Canyoni at Hoshoch, en mij as a Spanje, as ik hier het game de hoef bij Pinatar. Cuthbert van, Garrassig in de Tarakage, Gajach Olivia McDaniel, Graham Gumal Reveil, en is maar klik er Mian, ik in je parken. Vai shit, Jeshal Stjonach, is een bal gedischach aan Lian in een Darna Corm.
Yeah, fantastic drive and run there from Erin, working the ball onto our favoured right foot, and great from Martha Thomas. A striker's instincts, following that shot up for any spillages, and she gets a reward.
Dus aan Turl en Ishik, Martha Thomas, the Gallapa.
Nice, Mark.
And I don't know how many times I've said Erin Cuthbert from distance, but she always manages to test the goalie.
She certainly does. She loves a shot from distance. We've saw shots like that go in before. Unfortunately for her, not to be today so far, but glad that Martha followed the shot up like all strikers should do, and like I said, Al, she gets a reward and gets on the score sheet.
And she's obviously got more confidence at the moment, it seems, since that move to Tottenham, and you know, 12 goals now for Scotland. She's starting to build that number.
She certainly is. I think, as you know, strikers are measured a lot of the time on the goals that they score, but I think she brings goals and more to not only the Scotland team but our domestic team, Tottenham, and I think she's scored a handful this season in the WSL, so confidence is massive as a footballer, and she's come into the camp confident, and it looks like she's taken that confidence forward today.
Chach shit bulach mar a Sophie Howard Gary. Tors Corum in the Philippines Tasha who Girach Tevame Faravilla Voksa. Sniffing Sophia Harrison, Geno Tishal Bala Hatalas Jach. Cuthbert Van could start with shit guitar. I guess Thomas O'Hooded Hill. Fiach and Kuchimachur in the Philippines. Meirig, Cuthbert to Geno Groy, shit the Janos, Claire Emsley, Brishiger Erslish. Ked, Erash. Ian Hapchenike, Rachel Corsi. Diolch Gysynfai, Alpeth Big and Cwmwg Chwrydd yn cleithio achga. Fiach yn pasi chi'n sy'n alorog ach Cuthbert gachwmal Isial. Ach gysgylig Hanesgu Nicola Docherty. Haley Lauder of a shit. Diolch gachod ysdiach ystau. Chrawn ach lein sy'n jerig. Mich alor o shit. Diolch na cleichyd yn gael bacon chicken. Chanel bwlwch bla. No, chopla cyws y gyd i gafi as y Sbaen leisio y geis o lysianach. Yn ysblai yn y ha yn alab no ffiws gan y cleichyd yn hi assassin yn ysblai yn y ha sydd cydioch smyrsyn. Bi sio dŵl yn o chaif. Gahari y mian seis yn y ha trang. Dachwyd as y WSL agos as y nes WPL cydioch. Gilior gan y cleichyd yn sio cedydd Chichtalans Cwpenen. Drast eisiau cwp y Pinatar a haid ar it. Diolch da gem dy galop y bliana. Yna eisiau 3 mar a haid y fi. Hart na bliana hyn meirig ach brogan he. Ced yn darn y hill. Aing dy galop agos eisiau Haley Lauder y fan. Chadwys ti gael bwlwch o lwys y fai i geri. Ys mae sy'n baladol Tarsain.
Yeah, nice pattern of play there from Scotland. Started from Sandy McIver in goal. And I'd like to see more of Brogan Hay doing what she'd done there, driving at the defender, committing the defender and getting to the byline, because she's got the pace and the ability to do that. And the passage ended up with Haley not so much getting a shot on target, but working the ball from, as I said, the Scotland box to the Philippines box.
Haley Lauder fang about Irish Nisha Fisker Jew hast well enoch be skipper ik BBC Alaba here's Ked Queen of the South and a one Rosh game Chuttermach. She is a shit I guess a Norshin Newland no Slovenia if he's sacking a noch cast Kovis na Alaba Fisker Jamar Sharish ik with Fisker bishin neden year in game at Tosha who Girach Bick and Venachin is Jay shit I guess Yoshinimach Ko Gleas Cooper Pinatar Nebliana. Alaba Dochas vi click skip a voiniges in game shin Maraha Cooper Gepi Ko voiniges a game shot clicky Adson Gepi Ko voiniges a game mille is Girach Girach er allemaal a shit dag maar er was Joelle Gra Brogan Hay clacka dastra heiche. That's just exactly what you said, Brogan Hay using her speed down the right hand side.
Yeah, I'd love to see her doing more of that. She, on this occasion, started inside of the shoulder and tried to get on the ball from Lisa Evans down the line. But I think we can get so much more joy from both wide players. Obviously, Claire Emsley, similar attributes and qualities on the other side. So I'd like to see them both do a bit more at driving and committing those fullbacks, getting to the byline and getting balls into the box. But with that, you need the supporting runs coming from centrally, not only from Martha Thomas as your 9, but also from Hayley and Erin and those supporting and dropping in under.
Sin irí ball suas Martha Thomas an an dúrasa go gearra go ráiseach channeal ché an a léine furpi a sa bhogsa mar sin I the scope gur fallach well the glach go good coolú léine Gianna shit va Katrina Gulo mar sin sinna torst corm de galapa channeal de gal forsa bí at son lenta lore cúte mo chumalid in Philippines léhir ar a glach díirech an intel Sophie Herdicke chul ga chluiche go Rachel Corsi so is ha Emsley Lish I guess well Joe Bavashit Catania Norman Ching Shach I guess well va Emsley vice mention groi Shach dara vai tivistay volkses machine gaming Jémegi vi feich galach ach Shiva Cuthbert van Noshan Joch Chigurich Emsley Chinimach Cleiche Collarua ach gaat de go prishit maar wat kahor
Yeah, it looked like a routine they've obviously tried to work on the training pitch, Al, and on that occasion didn't come off. However, for me, when you consider the strength of that wind, it's kind of blown down onto the Philippines goal. I would be tempted just to put those balls in and around the 6-yard box on top of the keeper, because you never know, as I say, with the strength of that wind, you could almost find yourself with a goal direct from the corner.
Hayley Lauder le Cassin Lua a shit come out Graimid de Galapagus and Norsin Corum and Ball the School Gamach and Ball Soos Inisha Egg Evans Ihain Gachore Durst Riesche Thomas a Han hith Chini Mach agus Ihain Gachliche is Jach de Vrogen Hey Eke Line agus Rash Fiaching it either in Cuthbert a Lorak ach Tirach Riesche Brogan Hay the Glachgugid Kulu Line Gian Chroi Hain Beloch Tollache Lish ach Shinkagunig Evaun didn't come to anything, Joelle, but just again exactly what you want to see.
It is indeed. It's a more positive passage of play. You can see the Philippines defence aren't coping too well with the pace and creativity that Brogan Hay's possessing, and on that occasion it was Martha Thomas coming out from the central area, Brogan Hay going in central and combining as a 2. But yeah, I'd just like to see more of it, because I think when we make those runs, play those passes in behind, then the Philippines defence are struggling to cope with it.
Kersley Gehain Gachut Soos and Norton de Evans. She Fiaching die ballen mogelijk is Jack de Vrogen Hay ach ga skillig er vallen van Angela Baird. Raskata Shaw Shelting ach el kutchum se be id leine Gian na halbe go fat is jach en le ik na Philippines sa ha Sophie Howard ach aan bal chloike gus nasal is jach gunne vokse ik vos de goal waar broken he veel de hon ach die doch maar staan ik kijken ik gesche.
Yeah, a lovely ball into the box there from Nicola Docherty with our favoured left foot, and again it stemmed from a pass out wide, Nick making that underlapping run beyond Claire Emsley and that ball being slipped in behind. So again, another example of how we can really hurt this Philippines team.
Corman no cute le Corman Giliora Galapa Gurika Shaw. Click it Angel City eerst fijn Cormille bal Christiach en Vokse Terisse ha Alapa Kaing broken he Horstjach mag ze Vokse eerstjach Corman Clis Evans en Terisse bal goed en een foste goal van een Roger Cheveu ach bal in een trace Terisse Chingisjach I guess Girach de wat het hard zijn me Jirik is shit Joe Savile ik jou nou le Olivia McDaniel. Ach, ik zit er wie toch een kat forste nog. Dan beginnen de rollenstjach. Not often you get a header from 12 yards.
No, not often, and not often you get a header from 12 yards from Hayley Lauder. Not known for her aerial ability, but a decent effort there from her.
Bal. Rash gunne foste goal eerst. Sin farvel Alapa Gamus nog you sin farvel bal het al as a gay. Lauder gehorst go Claire Emsley eerst she Martha Thomas had nog gekke foste goal hashet. I guess she had krokke gekjaun irweil. I guess ga goed is jach. Ishal Big dansen voor in Cuthbert. Coig Arst voor Pedro Martinez Losa gaan holiday in de Vokse. Against the Philippines in is de via geen die. Bekan waar gasten gaan nog gelijk achter. Zat daar heel Kenyoni in Jirik in Alpen.
Yeah, it was really good from Scotland. They were peppering the Philippines goal there. And a great run from Martha Thomas in off the shoulder, and those ones are really hard to defend against because you don't know if they're coming inside you or outside you, and like I said, she's just made a fantastic run in off the shoulder and arrived when the balls arrived and got her rewards.
And you saw her, any forward player would do it, but she's there at the back post, hands up, screaming for it.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what you're wanting, because on occasions when the ball holder can't get their head up to see the options in the box, you need that level of communication, and certainly Martha Thomas gave Claire Emsley that on that occasion, and like I said, got her rewards.
Alapit da hul Kenyoni at Hoshach Maha. Bekan varach id Shachminachin Gileunia Mui and a Mercia as a Spain Cooper Pinatar Han Fichit to Kehid Gis Collis Cayu Go Lavan Orchard Gavia Galapa as the game has shot in the Philippines. Satalis Jach I guess eerst si Martha Thomas aha en mis geholen si aan het draaste galoppen. Chingerash go Evans. Broken here han en ist. Tja gedaan zit Chiming Gallerweil Evans ge akel wie gisje wie het cool line chien en ist en een naatje voor een Buringi paars te gala so gelijke. Ach in Cuthbert Jochens mention. No, kunnen me rash. Gaan alleen een goal. Weet is in tasje hier is het. Sin na halpe fiaching Riano draast fiaching rish. Doi kloitje achke gommel het al Evans han dal gonne line. Kijk jarig rash I guess. En de jarig en mag eerst. Joe kloitje van tussen Evans dach yn y leine, Nacha Brogan he, a haedd sin i Iano Corahurus. Brogan he ga agal. Son Lisa Evans, chachryd mes o gei, gyda sadal. Môr ffata fes am. Ys gydera, chabe. Ach, Cuthbert Gang, os yn y fwgsig, dolch yn y ffwst y chwl agos y shit. Fa cor stocha, Claire Emsley, barach i Iano, leis y shit ach yr eist. Chafig i stocha y syl sy'n gymbyg y bal y ting tron y chnap dy chlychyd yn. She probably didn't think the ball would make it through.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same, to be fair, Al. The ball certainly should have been defended a lot better. I think there was 2 unsuccessful connections, but she committed to the run, anticipated, and unfortunately just couldn't put the ball either side of the goalkeeper.
Dus until Claire Emsley, Martha Thomas a due the goal at Hosha Hodde. Ach, be Emsley son barach go chud rishin. Coik minachin eich Shiniano Roleunye. Must be Alaba Click and Nega, yes, a darn a lace, Martian, the Torsion Corum getting Philippines, Chile Rash, Stach and a Groy, Yach, and Draste. Well, Sapach, son of oil, Manavis Zerin Cuthbert to Giano, I guess Serena Bolden Dolcius for Hujum Ishin. Broken Heave, Yachan Tune Tagamach, I guess, Eteri Hain, I guess. Howard Gajachshit, Marvatu Lachke, Nui Harrison, Ach, Meyerig, Rain Broken Hake, Yorkes, and Balchudamach, Sunsatal Shach, Bold in a hand, well, Ku Fiachan Tune Tag, Fashke Dora Voxach, East von a Hool, Jach, Ballade, Lake Al Shachat, Rohim Plea. Terrein Kronsabi, the Draste, and Goethe, Skipian. Na Shar, na Skipian, na Sarches, na Rangen en stoche. Viction, hier wie gema kunnerstag. Howard en Ashku, Sandy Nigever, heen, geskopen gaard, zoals geriest. Tjach, galik al shachat, tegis. Sjeuk, Ganiel Kus. Kujamara Drastach and a Gemin in Ille Viction na Chunnerst de Galappe. Scotland just struggling to make those connections to play out from the back at the moment.
Yeah, they were a little bit wasteful in the last kind of few moments there. Some stray passes. Comes down to trying to make better decisions, having better and more options on the ball, but yeah, they won't be happy with the last few moments on the ball, certainly.
The Philippines Fiachin Kuchum Ochomalora, Erin Cuthbert Fiachin Tune de Machas a Groich, Ganyan Cheese Chimikalora, Rainy Groch, Kiur Ball Ochomal, Dorin Soos Farkitcher, Kitchera Halapa Rash. A line ach geheen nach Reinhard ma kliche mach as een tegen gewashet dagus in is big en var room ek Nicola Doherty heeft de glee heen going rash voor hele lodder het eerst heen slaughter kliche colleague in Glasgow City Master Lewis Doherty Rangers. Probably no better player to have in that kind of situation than Erin Cuthbert.
Yeah, Erin's very comfortable on the ball, and situations like that where the pressure is fairly intense. You saw on that occasion it didn't phase her at all, and they've done well to work it out and over to the left-hand side. But certainly questions to be asked about kind of playing short passes in a heavily congested area and your own defensive third. For me, relieve the pressure, go a bit longer and get up the pitch.
na Philippines a déanú isise drast Harrison céad dé na bháine na héiche tugus dé bhogsa féimi tún daig mai a choricin mai dulgain ballsteach an a bhogsa agus rain Lys Evans go leor go start a chur isise dhéanú Thomas a bhan fóolach is silly me gur sin hiad serve backing as a léthe seo you chanil cain acam said fed rona sin nach hí sin chrokish sa bí man sin lávan chimical minach Martha Thomas agus cugúnach firiste go leor dhéanú isid ga Jana Adamkova Cuthbert fiachan dói Warach Tuandaig Gasculig Tarsing go Evans Brogan Hay Inise a hánach Tuandaig Ash sin is a Vinach Meirig Joshin Fis as a Spain ith Jane Núña Varach ha I hín chanil mór an brisi in iddi vialns mar sin stoch a minach no mar sin sula mi gedraste alpa ketith korm ille a chroogug as a Núña shit ball steach chunne fosta chool at ees jaggis shit a dol Tarsin a ball a tuchtum oer ille te Claire Emsley ach oer ille chachach eichge Idarach be a horste the score.
Yeah, again another one that Claire probably doesn't expect to come through for her. She's done well to connect, given she's probably blinded by Martha's jump in front of her. So she's probably hoping third time lucky she gets a cleaner, more clear-cut opportunity.
Bishi Girishin tras a darnale hais. Ach, draste Rachel Jana Adamkova torste hiet le gekiaun een minutje van Varach Jerry hiet le van dood Martha Thomas Dahul te galoppen Dahul a Hanik Shay Slijk Eentach voor een Cuthbert Vaster agus een noorsin darne chin voor kiaun Martha Thomas in nog gug ik alleen nog goed Alappe ik kreeg nog ik ga Johnny ik Jerry hiet le ik leunje ju bishin ik het id maar ha dol ga skippen hoed gelior gelijk erin voor skippen ga je het fall af aangezien ik het is Bonnie Red Rose
Aber gewil na bekan vlienigin me jedig, ieder week maar servachal, to worden niet Bonnie Rig Rose. Van de hoeket en skippen achke voor is 8 blindje koers, goepalkosje innewach, aan het daviles viechet zich ja. Van oorschen, han je nog klicht er een nodig coachie het scoot, als ga je het zoals geliege hun, en nu die.
Well, it was either make the jump or it was kind of not play football anymore, so or find a new club. And I know for myself, being here for so long, I wouldn't want to have moved clubs. So it was kind of just everyone made the decision to make the jump because we felt ready. We were obviously a really good team at under-18s. I think it was second we came. We were always playing up against, like, for friendly matches, ladies football teams and things, and we always came out on top. So it just felt right. It was a bit challenging the first game, realising your strengths and your weaknesses and who can play where. But once we settled in, a few games in, we then started playing football.
There's always bumps in the road that sort of happened. Managed to sort of finish second, had a really good run at the end of that season, into the promotion playoffs. Lost the first playoff game, not ideal, but again, what can you expect? Sort of first season that you could get promoted, as happy as you can be. Promoted to the second game, won it pretty comfortably, and here we are now in League One and really enjoying it. It's a hard league to step up to the ladies. I found that even coming, I sort of started playing football again when I was maybe sort of 20 odd, so a little bit sort of older, mature, and it's just it's physical, it's hard, it's constant battles, it's tough games, and for the girls to step up from being some 16, 17, and battling away and scoring goals and winning games and defending, it's sort of second to none. It's been such a good big step for them, and hats off to them, really.
The attitude of the girls is first class, to be honest. You can see tonight there's a lot of girls here for training. You know, we've normally got between 15, 18 girls at training twice a week, which, you know, they don't get paid for this. Do you know what I mean? They're coming out to enjoy themselves, which hopefully they do, and they just love the game. They love the game, and they love the spirit that they've got with the rest of their players. They all sort of socialise together as well, which isn't a great thing, especially if we've got a game on a Sunday night and they're out on a Saturday, but you know, they get on really, really well together.
Hoe den clubbe aardige nu de ringet en graag in Harmony Road tran de playoffs, agus han evolution it blue hell a groegig en miske clubbe, agus a choirs nog heen aan de Bonnierig.
It was amazing, to be honest, especially for it being the first season that we could have possibly been promoted with such a young side playing more experienced, older players. Just a feeling that I couldn't even describe, to be honest. I think everybody was absolutely ecstatic that game. I think it made it feel even better as well, not being promoted after the first game. We knew how gutted we were. We knew that we had to really kick on because this is what we wanted. This is from finishing sort of as high up the table as we could. We wanted promotion, and yeah, just amazing. Such a good experience. So proud of everyone.
That was a big memory for all the girls, I think. We obviously got beat in the first leg of the playoff against Forfar, but we did fight and we did show the team determination and the belief that we could do it in the second round, and then playing Harmony Row and coming out on top was the best feeling, I think. I love it because it is just like a family here. Like, it is just one big happy family, and everyone just treats you the same, and there's no differences between the girls, and that's why I've never left, because I love it so much.
Even the support, it feels like from the girls stepping up from under 18s to the ladies' side, you notice the sort of media, the support that we get. It just feels like it's just a really good sort of supported place to be. It makes you feel good. You want to play here. You have however many people that want to turn up and watch us or leave comments on social media and whatnot, which feels like there's such a good support. Everybody really sort of wants us to do well.
As you know, the girls section in general in football now is massive, and the ladies obviously as well, but I remember when my oldest daughter started first playing, you're lucky if there was 8, 9, 10 teams at her age group. Now you look at girls' age groups at like under 10s, 11s, 12s, there's 30, 40, 50 teams at that age group. It's incredible, and just in the East region, so everybody deserves a massive amount of credit.
A skip at Bonnierig is a gobble nearst, like Amy Dilworth at Chile for America. Agus as Joey done skipping in ban, ag ballag a nature na golapi, Lewis Need Naismith can skip at Kuchach.
So obviously, like, since playing football, everyone knows Bonnyrig's a really well-run club. They're always competitive regardless of the league or what competition they're in. We had played them recently at Edinburgh City, you know, and they put up a good fight. I thought it's a team that I could go in and make a positive impact, so I did, and I'm happy with my decision. I already knew a few of the girls, you know, from playing with previously, and as I said, when I played them at Edinburgh City, you know, they played some really nice football, and it is a team I could see myself slotting in and making a positive impact, and it's the choice I decided to go for, and I'm happy with it.
I went off to America for 5 years, and then when I came back, they let me rejoin the squad, which was good, very good. I couldn't have asked for a better club, to be honest. They were so welcoming to me coming back, and there's girls that I played with when I was 10 years old still here, so it was a good welcome back.
It's been brilliant. All the girls have been really welcoming, and couldn't have asked for anything better. You know, can see my development as a player already. Wee tips and tricks. You know, different coaches pick up on different things, and no, I think my performance has improved overall.
The morale's brilliant at the moment. I mean, we've had very good recent results, and hope to take that on to the rest of the season. I mean, the girls are buzzing, and we're happy with where we're sitting in the league. I mean, it could be better, but a lot of them are quite young, so I think where we are at the moment is a good milestone for the club, and hope to keep progressing up the leagues in the future.
It's a great atmosphere, all the girls, you know, we're all on the same page. Every game we go into, we want to win. It's competitive amongst each other at training. It's got the right balance, being competitive and also having a laugh and really welcoming and stuff, which is what you need at this level especially.
You can just sort of tell from watching us, from playing against us, we want it, we're hungry, and I think that maybe wants to bring other players to the club. Even though they've played at a higher level, I think they know what we're capable of, and bringing the more experienced players in will really sort of hopefully kick us on again in the season.
Glee art coach Jamie Carter coaching the Bliana ag na dúis an SWFL i St Daving, agus han skippe leis an dachlaíon aigen amisc, is muinú gur a dew chára a hasin gen nopad aigen, agus far na parke.
I mean, it's my dad, so it is good to be fair. Yeah, he's a really good coach. He always puts us first before anything else, and he always puts 100% into everything.
It's really good, to be honest. He's a really good guy. He cares about every single one of us, which that's all we really want in a coach, to be honest. It's to care about us as well as obviously care about the results and everything like that. So I mean, I love him. I mean, he's a good guy.
Jamie, like us as a coach, you know, he's got the same expectations we have of ourselves. We want to go on, challenge in the league above every game we want to win, and he gets that right balance of pushing us to our highest potential, but also letting us have a laugh and stuff, which is what we need at this level.
I'll be honest, I thought there's highs and lows, obviously, being your dad. I've always said from a young age, I had my dad be my coach from maybe, I don't know, when I started playing under the age of 10. I've always thought he was a great gaffer, to be honest with you. As soon as he said he was starting the ladies' side, I was keen to come back. He really does support and believe in the girls. He believes in me. My sister plays in the team. He believes in her. Yeah, I enjoy him being a coach as much as he gets on my nerves sometimes.
I don't really like taking all the accolades. It's the girls that they're the ones that deserve all the credit. No somebody like me. I'm just here to try and help them along the way, whether it's on the pitch and off the pitch. If they need it, just an arm around the shoulder, whatever. You try and be there to support them as much as you can. So it was a great honour, but it's me. I'd rather one of the girls had won Player of the Year rather than me winning the Coach of the Year, to be honest.
Ha fas Bonnyrigg Rose a lentain o hula bliana, ach syl chain a planichen eile haiken skippe art amasal a ha seo.
I can definitely see a promotion happening pretty soon. Whether it's this year, whether it's next year, it's definitely happening. I mean, hopefully we'll get into a playoff spot by the end of the year, and we can show the teams how good we are and possibly progress into that next league.
We're still ambitious, we're still hungry, we're still going to go into the next game wanting it, hopefully more than the other teams. And we take it week by week. We know nothing's certain. It's football, results go your way, sometimes they don't. But yeah, we're just really ambitious we want to win every game. I mean, it's first season at League One and we've competed very, very well. And even again, some results are just some teething issues that haven't really went our way, and it maybe is not a true reflection of even how well we do play sometimes. But yeah, that's what we want. We want to play in the higher leagues. We want to compete. We want to play against better sides as well. So, well, we'll take it from there. But that's definitely, hopefully, on the cards anyway for us.
Well, personally, I want to improve as a player, get as many goals as I can, being an attacking-minded player. And as a team, you know, the goal with every game is to go in and win and push for the promotion and challenge in the league above.
We're a very talented side. We're still a young team. We're still learning. Average age has probably went up slightly because we've signed a couple of more older players, but we're still a young team for a ladies team. So yeah, there's looking forward to what lies ahead in the next year, 2-3 years ahead. So really looking forward to where we can go.
Well, if you look at where we've came from being an under-18s team about to fold and then doing the big jump, anything is really possible. And if you've got the right courage and the right determination to do it, it just shows that it can happen.
Bonnyrigg Rose ishit agus Amasin Gama Arst Achgasin Iketed Jihad Briheen Id BBC Alba Queen of the South and now Monrosh Fisked Dew Hast Snotion Mariva Migrach in it Alba Klekenai in Yulman no Slovenia Kibi Ko Bonichis Hanning again Iter Daska Pushin Dew Hast Hibs Gemorik Joel Nahiachgain and now Rangers Sin hín bio ith BBC Alba for an SWPL. Agus Ash Queen of the South Iriist and they skipping a Hicklish Brichke is an a Liga Hen Kuchach. Well, Joel will take a look back. Scotland 2-0 ahead at half time. 2 Martha Thomas goals. And the first one, as you said at the time, great striker play, just anticipation.
Yeah, it was very, very good. You see here, she's already looking forward, running forward, anticipating any spills from the goalkeeper, and it's fantastic to see, especially from your striker.
Especially when you look at it, Erin Cuthbert picks up the ball, Martha Thomas is basically level with her at that point. She just heads straight to goal.
Yeah, and it's one of those when she knows her teammate, she almost is certain that Erin will be looking to get a shot off, so she's not making a forward run to get a pass off Erin. She's making that forward run with the intention of, as I say, any spillages from the goalkeeper, and she gets her rewards.
Slaik Vavan wearing Cuthbert. And McDaniel couldn't really do anything else with that. And as we've said, Martha Thomas in the right place. The second one, Scotland were peppering the box, but again Martha Thomas just popped up at the back post.
Yeah, she did. She does well in the first phase there, recycling the ball across the 6-yard box and retains her position at the back post. You can see she's indicating she wants it, she's shouting she wants it, and she makes that run at the pivotal moment, off the shoulder, across the face, and meets the ball as it arrives into the box.
And you mentioned the ball, really good ball from Claire Emsley.
A fantastic ball from Claire Emsley. Those balls are very, very hard to defend. It's a ball with a bit of pace on it, a good bit of direction, and it's a difficult one, as I said, for defenders to defend those ones.
Hi sin shot G de Chomasava avail vashid agus Chomasava Martha Thomas an notion and ball churisteach alapa churiga gnyoni ith hoshach ith skippe Philippines sin feich ging lis reicher Geno Keenchach gewel Elian far bachor gavi son toshach a darna le ha sin feich skippe the Philippines Geno Jishal agus Kuchach ire far Selimi Gre Jane Rossa hashit stocha in Yimpish Chilig. Geno Nulach Mirig Yushin Jerag Ed Shit Girach Asne Pick and Vinich in Raheen Mastashi Hidarna Le Ach Ekedid Selimi Gavel Jane Roskovi Chilig Agus Kuthrishin Kiat Dai hits a shia kek beheke mar ha. I hein agus Rachel Corsi nu nara vid rasta. Agus be Jane Ross gemat holly te shach miet miesen chiak gemat doelen noch eich gische. Agus ishe a chilig ha kuchok Chelsea Cornet. En noch gug ishe chingid en nache Haley Lauder. Agus shag Jane Ross ith chilig sailing me. Gri Martha Thomas of his team yet. I guess Yoshin Jerag either shed Hobos a Puringate. You see there at least a couple of changes. Chelsea Cornet coming on, but also Jane Ross after such a long time out.
Yeah, it's great to see Jane back on the international stage after I think about 17 months away from with being out with her ACL injury, so it's fantastic to see her back on the pitch, back wearing that Scotland jersey, and she's been in fantastic form. The call-up is thoroughly deserved. I think since returning for Rangers, she's scored 11 goals in 9 games, so she's been absolutely clinical. So hopefully she can take that club form into the second half today.
I ski sin in Jerag shit giri Martha Thomas a Hanik yeah Hanik Chin Kujok Serena Bolden Dolcias I guess the Philippines are finding just the spot finding serve rip. I guess Coram and Norshin Guviek Angela Baird Bal Rasig Soos of Harket there is a cool in the Philippines in dollar Erst. I guess I should gefaverd na halpes I hietli bal soos a hand ach bal soos shachat in een deel ik Sandy niet geven aha geskippelde vangen bal rasje tal.
I think just going back to that change up top, Al, Martha Thomas will of course be delighted for Jane Ross, but from a personal perspective she'll be probably absolutely fuming that she's not had the opportunity to capitalise on those 2 goals and get a third in her hat-trick.
Yeah, you don't get many opportunities of that as a Scotland striker. A chain at Erst. Ha, Nicola Doherty, she is van een camera. En je tar je shit zie je het le. Sophie Howard han Norsen Karasik Suez. Maar hoort me alle een nee nikke je nest. En speciaal. Goodbye ter jaaltje van de het le. Maar Joel een preen run game I guess run game met Hawasha Sahage en mij. Ik Pinatar Arena. as y Sbaen, y bu bla, hi sy'n gwneud labri a hon. Ach, hi'n na gwlan, gan y cleich ydyn. Soos yn eisiau gyda dy brogen hi. Eisiau o lorg doi, ysdiach chyn y fogse. Rhain eisiau, agos iawn i'n bal yr asiach. Chadwyd i gydyn rose. Rhain i ma gyda brogen hi. Dian nhw'n na fa alap y gyrish yn ffeikin cwtioch Chelsea Cornet. A han y gydd yn dda ti Hayley Lauder yn Leunia. Harrison y fan ydr i hyn agos Angela Baird chyd stad yn cleiche sy'n dy galap y. Sandy ni gyfer aster fada machas y fwgs eichge. Gyffol o siach rydych gyda Pedro Martinez Losa son y ianw. Bal sy'n diolch yn y glach gys y gei. Hannig a chafod yr asg Sophie Hurd gan sŵg sy'n biela.
Yeah, an early example there, Al, of just how contrasting these halves will be from a Scotland distribution perspective. The first half, obviously, the ball picking up speed and running out on some occasions, and they are very much held up. So again, something that the Scotland team will need to consider and factor into their play.
The effect of the wind will be interesting too for Sandy McKeever. She's been so far out of her box.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be interesting to see if she adopts that high starting position or if she will drop ever so slightly just in case those quick transitions happen.
If I can initiate ballaching, ik gaster so as a packet. McKeever, man of Ashton Gra, well by Tivamo Voxaike, Hyundai, Ganyan, Meryl Serrano, Chink as well of a good order. I guess by Rashes of Voxaike. I guess Jane Ross initiated so who going in the ball. Ach, Soos Ganar, I guess Kovacic captain the Halapa, Rachel Corsi, I guess. Cushion Chaka Hoch, Grahu, Cool, Alpa, the son of Eclica and Ball. Echter de gele. Reinatchen ze heertle. Shin een karme weg. De Philippines geworden ze heertle. En een heil Sam Kerr val dat. Wat een volk zich geheen. Shin faking in is geta. Cornet je getuned dags if je die. Wat ik daar je geheen. If je klikken is het trure hij zit. Mian Farke. He announced Sam Kerr's Erin Cuthbert. Ach, zo is gehard. Lisa Evans ha. Vieching wel goed uit de val shit. Frasig gesnasal voor Cuthbert. Hier zijn je shorts skill heikje. Drugs te be arm en gay. Na dat te be Haketa hier de val gaal. I guess Chloe Shit Ed Serrano Caravan Like Falavi Nice high the gorst the gig Colosada Nacheli son Lentalora It's Generation son of faking shin and a Farpish Carstel Maraha Groep Pinatar. Ga bekere Junsi Drogone van Girach Maraha Kuchen. Nothing really in the challenge, but those are sometimes the ones that hurt.
Yeah, nothing in it at all from what I can see. But she does look in a bit of distress and pain coming off the pitch there. But going back to the foul in itself, I don't think Sam Kerr will thank Nicola Docherty for the way she's played her the ball in to the pitch in the central area. Fired it into her with a player on her shoulder. So yeah, I don't think she'll thank her for that one.
And I'm sure she won't be shy in telling her afterwards either.
She won't. They're very good friends. So yeah, I'm sure Sam Kerr will tell Nick just how it is.
Agus sin mar bachar and skippe Sibi. Skippe Philippines. Nord Kochachke, Mark Torcaso. Ketet Araguiano. Had er een haast. Ach, as nie te ramme, al per valline agus. Tjege ketet, maar gelijk zat mag van een goal. Sophie Herde han, so sku een Cuthbert le tar room. Me aan de varken, die tierach rut beken, raad het hosje voor heen. Agus han ik Eggswick Ashley Schach, alpe. En Ashley veile die ist. Corsi, Jackie Bullock van de Lee in de Philippines. Goed het de jalletje shit. Rachel Corsi wie fijn geweil gehad de shit zoals een vaker. Hij fijn korm Noorsen goed zoals de Chelsea corner bal vria. Nicola Doherty cool line Gia en de lees reetje. Gaan jullie heen talletje. Hij is kies in de nest. Nicola Doherty might not agree. I think it probably was just offside.
Yeah, I think from what we're hearing, I don't think she does agree, but yeah, she doesn't obviously have the beauty of a replay and ever so slightly offside. But what a fantastic reverse pass there from Chelsea corner. Finds herself in the half space in the pocket, receives it well from Rachel Corsi and reverses it into next path. So yeah, fantastic from Chelsea corner.
Joel like you get either of our I guess Mahat with Corum should the Yano I guess could be Doherty Giro the Tivjarst van Jello Reichkische and the line it he Rutginas and Navaris the last had the Dolsuas the Tivjarst Cuthbert Han Giro of Viaching Championn Kjarst a Lorok can you the Bullock Tolletje Naha Mahimika Lorra Hevroinian je gedaster er allemaal ze gelijke een bal van cornet maar als je het snas al like ze caster like ze shouting we kunnen ze goed de alle bij wie gaan door zijn er hard keuze en zag krijg je tors korm gaan de Philippines je daar lijnen hij shit goed het horsel worden like staat goed in een gelijke als je hier er allemaal geta gaan in Claire Emsley er genoeg Catania Norman van hij heen is Hemsley as hij heedly a leib giljaar Joe Junsi ek Norman kun aan erva ja dat is vokse bal soos is het Serena Balden via de einjach hier nog een big kus in de eerste.
Yeah, and you can really see the conditions out there now, Al. It looks as if the wind has picked up in strength again, if that's even possible. But it really is affecting the quality of play and probably affecting the players' decision making as well. You can see at times on the ball, the Scotland players are maybe not wanting to play those switchy plays because they know that the wind will pick the ball up and hold it up or potentially run it out the pitch.
The one time we have seen it, Erin Cuthbert smashed it along the ground and just showed that level of skill to do it a couple of inches above the deck instead of maybe 6 feet.
Yeah, it was a lovely pass from Erin with her laces, and those are the balls. If you're going to fizz the ball out to someone, if you're going to switch the play, it needs to be along the grass, or like you said, Al, just above, because anything that's lifted or lofted is going to be impacted by that wind.
Car few guitar she darnally Kjarst on a dói yn Corum. Stoch e Galape. Yn fa, dochor ti'r cwlw lein y gian a'ch Corum yn eist. Son i hyd Turris, ag na Philippines, hyd bref o Sian Achgysyn. Iantach sy'n yr ach a fod oedd y hyd eist jach y gêm, ach sy'n mar a hael af yn o'ch gyda iddo fi e Galape. Sy'n ffeithgyn clychyd yr yn i'r fein gydiach nolwch i'w hyn, ach dras y balaching ys jach. Ni gif ar y fein meithda gynydd. Dorn y fan, ach gyffafrach dy Galape, hwtach dy he an y lein i ffyrpi. Bal y snoch ys jach y fasyd, gyda diolch stoch y gei, torst Corum ag Katrina Gullo gamleisgal. Sy'n ffeicyn gyda ni gyfer Gianno Giglior y sio. Tough in the wind, I'm sure, for McKeever to hold on to that one.
Yeah, very tough for her on that occasion. I think she got 2 strong hands on the ball, and she done well to kind of alleviate that pressure. But like I said, in the first half, with those kind of corners from that end of the pitch, get it in the box, get it in the area, and the wind could play a pivotal part in it.
Cuthbert to shit, Gianno Giglior, diolch o'r stagaing i'r fyd. Cwtio mae'r as yn y Philippines, ach sio mae'r chwnig sy'n is i hyd le Corum maw ec eich iawn sy'n gan y ffarge. Be can clychio i Gianno gan cwswolach. I'r cwlw yn y Philippines. Sio ag sy'n tors bwy fawr i'r gêm sy. Mae'r has sy'n ei grach a fawr hwlw blian yn y cwp y Pinatar. Ag tors bwy i'r cwsyn sgi sy'n dynnu. Fuse as a stand le Bonachins, Michtachins, Hwlyda Dile. Mae'r sy'n stoch ydych na basgedd na ffeicydw Sean Alape mae'n nawm sy'n gan y flian na ffeicydw as y Sbaen. Al yr asir eist y gyfer. Chanelad, eithson giroch y sgwrbwg ar tŵs y ffar. Stoch gyda sy'n y i. Sbecan cwtwm eith corsi eisiau. Ysgyn jach yn bal siach a dore, ach Reinhard Giglior, Alape gys cwtwm sy'n byd hiachnig. Heward a han yn eist, sy'n tŵs y ffarg. Ach yr eist, chanel sy'n dal choffatus y gyr i gi. Ach i hyn a ha nôr sy'n cwtwm idd Sawiki. Chelsea Cornet yn nôr sy'n fiach yn cwtwm ochr i'r lein y chwl. Ach ha eggs fec fain Corum diolch yn bal anghyr falaf.
Help under!
Sy'n gorst y shit. Ym yn y ffarge. Ach. As yn y ffeiching nôr sy'n iddo tefse. Catania Norman. Gianno Gymar i eist. A i hyn iddo fi gydnach Iliad môr yn Corum ang dollar erst. A iddo fi larger Giglior ec y hwyl. Gys yn y ffeiching yr eist. Bal sy'n diolch rwyd big cwsro ata. Agus Corum ec ni gyfer y ganyan oolach sy'n ein y bwld yn o'r tos y hwyr eist fan y hwyl dy Galape. Ceir y ting yr erslish. Galeg yn captain. Cornet. Hydd Chinydd. Diolch yn darn eich eich beich gysio dy Galape. Jyn Ross a fain cwgwnig y reid y sydd. Hannig y bal ysach eich gys. Diolch big yn cws cwtwm fo Angela Baird o'r Da heis araf 3 diog in een dream. Hard soos is het voor Olivia McDaniel. Jach, door genaster wie Geri. Rivals, maar zijn alpe karamtage hoog. Hard soos of haar genaatje. Hier is ze leeg geheen. De faking ballen treien. De volgende is Jach. Ik geef er legal het val af. En mag. Aster er goal en mag het game. Het draaste KU. Af is een veig. Philippines tel. Kipig had zijn Noorsen via en de aster genoeg. Skipperig. Zijn pit een strata KU het Pedro Martinez losa. En is een skippe eke. Had er wie leel af nog kunnen kus kormen keta. Gaan natuurlijk gro savelijk bij ik McDaniel de Jano. Gaan heel vaak de preparation of shit we kunnen pikken winnen Moran de wie ik Sandy niet geven Riano vaak gach de wie gehorst. Gaan het daar hij klikken meer alleen nog goed. Henley Kez dat shit captain de Philippines due. Zo is de vaartje in het. Als je niet vijfking. Bal, het ging zo is. Het eerste gitaar. Karam, ik een goal. Ik de Philippines skippelig. Kun kusoelig worden. Ik zeg eerst. Er is gewoon chickley achterheen. Zo'n karamelle toch al van een goal. Via ging en dan gaan ze naar Kumi en Kerst. Goed dooi. Zijn halappe Geri. Cornet. En waar ik het niet geven, zie je een beetje rasch draaste. Dan rasch de via Henry. Kuzen aardig goed. Ze viking Cuthbert en Connie via Henry. Bekan achter goed is tegen een groei. Fuse en een Cuthbert gaan naar je Shiniano. Drie Hens, Emsley. Heel natuurlijk begat dit zo'n Rutikiniano. Ach. Ganaya ten Karam. En je voor kan staat als een gelijk getaag is bij een korte die een coachens machine had je korte die een skipien. Ik dacht je gelijk zat een misk. Cushion, Keinig, Queen in the South, en dan Montrose, Feskereju. En gedraaste, Hikshin gonna Harry hier en Hachin de Galappe. Gunnikshin is het, Brogan Hay, Chinje. Chinje na Haatjesje, Ha Kirsty Hansen. Hij is het hele Hachinje, hier is een Jerry, Joch en een Chuchtan. Smuntje, Lisa Evans aan, She. Hij is het na Haatjesje, Ha Jamie Lee Napier. Smushin. Bij Iatsen is een aardige gehorst in de groei. Zijn Jerry, Lisa Evans aan ik je. Hij is Jamie Lee Napier, hij heeft na Haatjesje. Daar die geheim. Shit, bal, rassig is Jach. Hij ging tegen het val op gitaar. Dus kan hem in Kirsty Hansen, Schelting, de Serengishi, Jano. En een linie voor Pinatar. Che Hansen a horsich gema de galope. Agus vis Sean shouting as a Jamese na sunigi yano het horsich in game. Jamarste vis a galoperi is de nei ganning skip a voorniges eter in Newman agus Slovenia. Jerai shin ko jev Cooper Pinatar na bliana. Richmond pochte rovoren was hij in de niet jalan rashgachi. You get the big gallop at Horskachi lower. Couple of changes there for Scotland. What do you think that'll change in terms of the play?
I'd like to think it gives Scotland a bit more. Obviously, it gives them a freshness naturally, but I think for me, the intensity needs to be better all round. I think the ball speed needs to be lifted and the movement off the ball. And we can talk about the wind playing a part and how the game's been played out, but as I said, for me, the intensity overall needs to be better. Now you're bringing on two players who have that in abundance. They've got pace, they've got energy, they've got creativity. So you'd like to think that with the inclusion of them, you get the intensity that we've just spoke about.
Definitely the wind impacting things there when I think Sandy McKeever was quite glad to see that just over.
Yeah, it was close, and like we said earlier, I think there's no doubt that Scotland have been the far superior and the dominant team, but it's only 2-0. If the Philippines get a goal, win day or anything like that, then they're right back in this one.
Is er eerst een bal, Ching Suez, trouwens in een bolden. Agus, Corolla geeft Sandy niet gegeven. Aardige Ching interesse. Als je een Viking er eerst jog een breedpas aan. Agus, bal Suez. Is toch gelijk in VAR hier, San Gerard Gerosh en hier nog naar Ro. Ach, als je een Viking. Katrina Gillo, Ching je. Ching het naar haartje. Ha Camille Cyril.
Let's go then!
Daarna geef bijkje gaskip in de Philippines. Zie gelijk de skippen al hij als een startje enigtje. Ha Kutch hele als een squad. Jeffrey Yol ik fijn als een E-League in Australië fijn hele gelijk. De goal heen als een startje enigtje ieder wat de valkosje uit het getaal. Agus Gilliard een gelijke. Agus Gijera skippen een baan. Ik een startje enigtje ik ieder ga maken maar arst. Toch het die hand. Goed in Ashton hier wordt getaal. Genaaid. De moor aan de Jano. Skippen Filipina. Gaat daar knap de gelijke erin goed spelen wel op. Zara shooten. Via Doyle Lork. Van de lijneken. Schanelschen. Het is er over Q haast. De skippen Pedro Martinez losa. Is een Viking is het. Via geen route in een groene geugen. Ach. Die is je daar ze leeg geheen. Corsi Hannen is zo is Doherty. Hierheen gelijk eerst Hansen. Heeft je gebouwd bullig. En dan heb ik Kirsty Hansen een keer geta. Hij is Nicola Doherty ook gelijk allemaal. Fijn rasch getolken snasal geta. Viaching. Maar wat Joel began spieren spikken aster hoe de stach en groei. Hemsley han. Ging stach en boksen. En van je bal stach gaan hij heen een keer. I guess they come on after a live and I lack of shit. And he'll reach it. Mention more on yet. I guess Marchin. Serena Bolden in Ching Erst. Sophie Howard in a ball line. In the Philippines Akiri. Serve rip. He's in the race chat. What's your decision here then, Joel?
Yeah, nothing in that for me, Al. Sophie done well to recover and gets a clean contact on the ball. I think it was more a hopeful shout more than anything.
Dóchas ach na injection to the Philippines. 40 minutes wel. We kunnen slugen na 40 minutes daar al. Dan 5 na Philippines til draast. We goelig Noorse net Alpen. Ja, gehene van tussen meer gene tussen rief. Han ik skipping shot het klikken na je hele gene. Zijn we kunnen hier blien met naamse. Warren Davidson van hoe de hier til Noorse is hier place Noorse Rachel Corsi is het daarna leen maar stoot Serrano til rash aan een game. Ach, een tachtig shit er is weg. We kunnen nu niet kat doelen nog roskippen en halapes kisten in de Noorsen. En we gaan kunnen halapa kaul met 3 Pedro Martinez los afstogen. Skutch gaan lucht tegen wie fijnig met een kun aan duren hoe dat Janjens gejag kremach als weinig als league goeden. Is nog jachachke fijn koepene krenje van een raw. Skippen Filipina show klikken. Spoiling had gejera. Tulkinjoni nee Shalom Noog is het daarna game achter. Ching eerst inisje. Ha Alpes jachen boxen ik Moshan va Emsley gaan je some je ballen jachen was het. Ja Roy Vier in the target. I'm not sure if it was a shot or a cross, but either way, it didn't quite work out how Claire Emsley wanted.
Yeah, it was maybe a mixture of both. It maybe didn't set up the way that she wanted to set up when it arrived, but that's, in my opinion, that's what we need more of. It was a fantastic interception from Jamie Lee, who anticipated that ball forward and then drove and committed that back line. And when you do that, you take them out of a defensive discipline and you create space in behind, or you commit them out of a space to then slip your teammate. In this occasion, it was Claire Emsley in for an opportunity. So, yeah, I think we need to see more of that, Al, because the second half certainly hasn't mirrored the intensity, the creativeness of the first half.
I'm sure they've certainly put the same effort in, but it's almost seemed to drift by some of the players.
Yeah, it's been a difficult second half for the team, because, like you said, there's no doubt that they're on that pitch given their all, but it may be a decision or execution of a pass that's just letting them down at the moment.
Joe Fisker han geta ganni na gai sin feiking den ja ne brickish garage agus bonachin agus spiachler in grenie like in naam Jamie Lee Napier geta jach ked if jetal irifar ken na je nien hit e cool ek se shit gaan jela sar we goed pullig het alpe ging er smarigiere gat 20 mag gesit Sam Care heen gehorst gekornet hat al rash en gaat sneke Corsi ik goed Moran Roynek en ik gaat over te shit Moran Iano is game ik al rash kun ik geven er is als je net Shora richt snoer karstel met Jerik Alpe Karstak de jaar en je laat er wie voor oorlog ze bij ach ga ik Johnny we gaan zat na heel gemaakt het mag als je game shot alle drie we shit wordt over die ga je Chirok Shachat met Kirsty Hansen ach Ching er is Jane Ross quite gonna che ile Rangers I guess Genevian han bal chi en I guess Girach gaat bullig maar va Erin Cupper te geri is having dagens nog jachige gorstel hege shit bi agus luchtteich Chelsea dagens ach jo gleiche der in Rangers he is in glee I guess yeah Cuthbert Jach bullig Jach roet big raar stogen Sna Viking. Fee Brown, Chinydd. Hen I Chinydd yn nasio Claire Emsley. Mar sy'n arachwg. Y darna arachwg y tyf Llarst gan ysgipper dy galapa. Cwtioch Jenna Clark. Idd Chinydd yn archer Rachel Corsi. Bec an Fosh dy Corsi. Thorsioch yn darna gêm agos droch yw Coram Cwtioch Jenna Clark eichging. Chanel Sinydd BBC Alapedd chymor eichging di Jenna Clark fo glwyr si gw Liverpool. Trich genoch gan y gêm yn Glasgow City. Yn rhoi gymac y trymach Iveson. Pall na season yn myrig. Yn eisiau cleich as y WSL. Jing y ddyrst. Eisiau gyda ha Kirsty Hansen. Chroi hen toliche, hwyd I cygwn o gydaid yr gyda. Agos ffyrus dy glior gan yr eich yn cygwn o sy'n Ian o Clark a han. Ced ydd hosach o'r hen. Co ha Rieding, ha Chelsea Cornet. Chai na casan eichge. Ach, rhain I glior. Jane Ross, Giano Matt, fo Olach, Balain, Gw Cuthbert, agos Bal y Fria, Sŵas, Gw Kirsty Hansen. Gaiarig ysdiach yr Ash. Agos Girach y Dolamach, son Brebosh an Joel, chleich yr Iest. I mean, the Henyam Hwchtyrus na ga, ach Catania Norman, shit. First really nice bit of play.
Yeah, probably, as you say, the first bit of kind of clean, nice play from Scotland in this second half. A really nice through ball penetrating pass from Erin Cuthbert, and I don't know if Kirsty Hansen's just hesitated ever so slightly with putting that ball across the box, but thankfully they get a corner for their efforts.
I'm sure you'll be appreciating the tackle as well.
It was a very, very good tackle, one I'd be proud of.
Garage van de Vrebosh en bal het al snel lijnen. Jane Ross aan Jane mag as ook ze Gary. Je hebt Gary Jane Ross wie een brein je ook ze fijn de Corman. Upper scale gevig aan dan begisje Chile de lijnen naar Halaberg is een fijn tel. Zie hier het game. Kan hier de secretaar. Kan hier gedaan. Heel veel Martha Thomas ha. Eter een skipje in het draaste. Hullen toe stogen, lees maar naar Hakusje in de week en boek barach gannach. En heel mooi een Corman in barach de Viannach en jij hoe Thomas, een shot dochertie gehorst Kirsty Hansen. Heen is ook serieus 400 Rutgen nog de dag, bal het toetje met Noorshin. En gesleep big aan aster in Nerp. Geschit ha Olivia McDaniel Giano Gillior staat goed in Nerp voor Chelsea Cornet.
Yeah, Kirsty Hansen once again been involved in the build-up. She's done well since coming on, getting a lot of success down that left-hand side. Probably more success than we've seen Claire Emsley get. But yeah, unfortunately for Fee, doesn't quite get the direction on that shot.
Shin Gamalishgal, Fee Brown avant, Lish Nerp. And you mentioned Fee there, Fiona Brown. Almost rejuvenated having come back to Glasgow City. Yeah,
she certainly has. She's like she's mentioned in her interview, she's come back home to Glasgow City and played a big part already. None so much more than the goal against Celtic at Peters Hill in those opening seconds. But yeah, she played a lot of football there, and she's very familiar with not only the players there but the coaching staff and the facilities. So hopefully you'll see a lot more from Fiona Brown. Hopefully not when we're playing them, of course. But yeah, I think she'll do extremely well back in the league.
Yeah, I might regret having asked that question at some stage later on in the season.
Hopefully it doesn't come back to haunt me there, that one, Al.
Och, Kminachin in Akal. Is he hier game de groepen Pinatar Fichits en Keer, Alappe, Leilaven Orker, Igaken Jonny het Hoshach. Igaken Jonny van Cleúne, schan mór an Corman Rova Eriviana Sadarna le. Sne feiking Casada Tiache Tars Graimith Lav Nicola Dohertys. It Huchum Knalad. The Shin started Alapa Clicky Gata. Is it east Chinga Thirst? Corner Gachliche good Jamie Lee Napier, Norton Ball Dolku Fash gave. I guess Heap Fiona Brown Shadain. Arachigachin Ishet Sawiki Chinye Jacqueline Sawiki Chin Fatna Parke Chika Hiantach Mararain Sandy Nikiever Click at the Galapa Sawiki it click it in game Carstel. It's on Canada and then Stachin Enich at Anikied Ach Asivinach Mierig, I guess she came Carstel van Shinaha Likal in Korumgi click in Ishkana Philippines. Alcantara ching it Nahatisha. Isische Via Henry Arago Horsted Kujan Kata Jamie Lee Napier Jilgith Rootbig Kus Kujum Good shit Bala Suez Gata Dog Shahat with Jenna Clark and Gundrug Sabi Norton Jug Gakal Dunnikiver I guess the spot Hacker Cuthbert Leer Schlia Jach pass go cornet Maravi Giri Gata I guess Shinafakal Shin faking the Philippines playing ball Miskakele Kakul I guess Norman Catania Norman Arias Fiachani British Suez at 2 yards Himi Chile some Fiaching Arias Joe Pashit Voeren Cuthbert the J Akal Irukulu Irilad Jessica McClat Ach Nel Kish Sibi Ria Vedian me Erin Cuthbert's Manahai Fiaching Angus Gajera Ha Rachel is stat a Horstede Genoich Fiach Jano Kinjach Gavel McClat Kjarskiljaudach. Overall, we've got what 5 minutes left here, Joelle. How would you say Pedro Martinez Losa will be looking at this game?
I think first and foremost it's a win. Obviously, if it stays like that, it's a clean sheet. But I think he'll be disappointed that we haven't, especially in the second half, created opportunities, been direct. And clear cut because yeah I think we've dominated the ball, but like we spoke about before, Al, it's been a lot of a central dominance opposed to a final third dominance. So yeah, I think he'll be, as I say, happy with the win and the clean sheet if it comes, but I think there's still things that he'll be frustrated about, and the players will know themselves, they're professionals, they'll know themselves that there's lots to kind of work off on the back of this performance.
He's in Erin Cuthbert Chris Chimichael Garston Sheen captain in Ishtis Corsi Lilwell Farnham Park as Joe Cleike van Bo Fiona Brown Gus Breboshan in Shin Ein Carcoloch Grambal Dalamach and Drug Sabiach Chumi Hain Ora Goper and Gus Rainy Kilior Gus and Breboshan Ein Ching Suez and Clea Hele Gata. She Jane Ross. Moe shit. Yes. Gaan je hintje stogen het kusweilige de schach van haar. Ze versen Jero getal het Kulu en de hel. Yn bal y beichol ma'n gwrs dim yn y ffarge. Agus, wel, Erin Cuthbert, aha, mae Ierig fain Graimydd, Sŵas yn ysg i Giwnsi Fiona Brown. Brown gahorst as ysdiach, gasgul ag ysdiach yn y bocsa chynna fost y chwl. Agus, y bal y dol ymach idd ciawn y parge. Mark Torcastle fees yn brin rol live mi un grad gyfi fiach yn rhywers dys i enw fiach yn stoch skipper i'r ialach rhain at sy'n ei dw i'r ialach i'r mar y rhainiad tronsiach gan gem carstel y fachge neu yn yw maen chael at cyhydd gynioni as y shit agos wel ha colos cyw gael y dol hawl y ga gynioni y dw Alapa ced hi sy'n Nicola Doherty bros na hwgyn i clich yn y sarstio sy'n sŵas y ffarc barach clich ydyn yn y lein sy'n pwrpi y fi na basge iddyn tyl ach chanad sy'n ysdiach yn y focsa we see Doherty there Joel's just constantly pushing people up the pitch trying to find that space or at least have extra Scotland players up there, even if there's not that space to find.
Yeah, you can see and hear that actually, because what that does when you push your players up the pitch, it obviously gives you more forward passing options. But if the opposition drop and track those runs, it creates that space in front of you to either drive into or find someone in. So yeah, it's twofold, and it's great to see and hear from a player like Nicola Doherty.
Gilior Yolas Eichgische, Manu Gnoich. Je heich genisht liggen ze ja kep de galappe. Je gaat daar heel. Je va tel scanjalig gek Hamden. Bisschen unje. Ga je niet mee. Draaste. Je game van nach Chinge de eerste is. Ha Fiona Planke Harske Hansen en serieus. Catania Norman. Je nog gemaakt daar en had je warrig gewerking. Ik cherry je daar naar lee. Ik is daar en had stogen. Ik skip een halve. Via ging een triest heel warrig had. Via ging shindet die jaar ook kom al kutje met Serena Bolden en shit. Ach, gegunig. Reed krepal alle paar hand van een satellisjach ergens. She Doherty, ha ga hatal. En Ash good. Jenna Clark. Sophie Hurd. Gehorst. Suez. Rud Big de Sam Kerr. I Haynes. Fee Brown. Erin Cuthbert. Ulu. Gachliche itere gele. Notion en nul good Doherty. Clark eriecht. Suez Gajin Ross. Coramaike sy Tuntag en bal a Horst Gehansen. Fiach yn rhi aing yr asiach. Diolch ydy'r sgwp yng Ngharish iddo Vacha Tarshin le Cowart. Agus Coram. Ik yn jirig. Ik alap y fan y fre bosian. Stoch y Cutrish da hyl a hachge. Cuthbert Gagal. Gehorst Ash into the Haynes Cornet go Fee Brown. Sy'n ffeiching. Gyda gyda Sam Kerr a haka ein. Fiaching. Rwy cwtio gan a lorog ach. Eg girach Irinjik. Lys y Davin at y farach. Chadanig y dyl. Y farach gas yn darn y le. Began cor o gydolig girach groechen. Ach, alape, i'r fi sarafachal, i'r iawn hawl, Giano Hwys in the Philippines. As ik hier het game de groep Pinatar fiets sy'n ceir da hyl van Martha Thomas as hier le Giano y groch. Hier chain jai vo Erin Cuthbert darna Jean Jay Pascanial vo Claire Emsley ag sinna fágal alapa y bwnach ag acanioni yn the Philippines. 2-0 then Joelle, it's finished. As you said, Pedro Martinez Losa will be happy with a win, happy with a clean sheet, but that second half just didn't really seem to get going for Scotland.
Yeah, it didn't at all, and a second half that from a Scotland perspective certainly wasn't up to our standards or performance levels at all.
He sin shot here till Erin Cuthbert garasig in Taragage, I guess co enochg ishit ach Martha Thomas. We said this at half time, but just great striker play from Martha Thomas.
Fantastic strikers play from Martha. Striker's instinct, following up that fantastic shot from Erin Cuthbert and gets on the end of the goalkeeper's spill.
And again, the second goal, she's there, she's screaming for it at the back post, and she gets the second.
She certainly does. She's obviously the match winner, the difference maker today, and fully deserving of those 2 goals, because out with those 2 there wasn't that much or that many opportunities created by Scotland.
That's the thing, you know, they were under really no pressure at the back, but they didn't make Olivia McDaniel, the Filipina goalkeeper, do too much.
Yeah, at the back certainly comfortable, especially the first half. Second half, you could argue that the wind impacted decisions, impacted the way that the Philippines were playing the ball forward, but other than that, Sandy McIver didn't have a shot to save. But I think when you're only 2-0 up, that kind of goes out the window if the opposition manage to, that comfort, and dominance goes out the window if the opposition manage to somewhat get a goal.
Hishin Pedro Martinez Losa Ishid Ibrin Risha Squad Slan Raheen Idu Hast Ith BBC Alaba Ha Queen of the South Claykinai Monrosh Shin and the League Ahead Game Gamakatramach Ishid Agus Skipper Spars BBC Alaba Shias Viking Nahatal Shin Drastic Attack Hunik Shin Maha Alaba Giano Groch Shinikil Kabiata Claykinai in Newman no Slovenia sin Fisker Jamarst Uad Fisker Irish de Vishinia Irash Idanyed Maheen's Joelle Irash Shokas and game Shin a Horst Ukov Ach Eked Irash Idnahachar Jew Hunik Shin Marhae Hied till Martha Thomas. The first half, it really went exactly as Scotland would have wanted.
Yeah, I think so. We got the goals that we deserved based on our ball dominance, our ball possession, and I think in that first 45 there was certainly some nice patterns of play down both channels.
We see here Martha Thomas keeps the ball in play, then it gets recycled, and eventually she gets on the end of that Claire Emsley cross.
Yeah, she certainly does. She recycles the ball well on that first phase of that play. She knows that she can't get a clean shot, a clean kind of shot on target, so she recycles it back across the 6 and she holds her position at the back post, and like I said earlier, she gets her rewards for it.
And we saw Brogan Hay down the right hand side, but Emsley on the wide left, she had a couple of chances at the back post that we said at the time she probably didn't expect the ball to come through to her, but she possibly could have done more with.
Yeah, potentially. I think it's always hard when you receive the ball at such short notice. On both occasions, I think she probably didn't expect the ball to come with her. She's probably been blinded by a player in front of her, but still manages to get that first contact.
Now, the second half, Bulloch Darnley, Bulloch Trang Siva Sihiadle, Hishin Jechna Koroman Evek Alapa. Looking at the second half, not so many chances to speak through. None really that you would say Scotland should have taken, but still opportunities to at least do something. Erin Cuthbert here with the first one.
Yeah, the second half certainly didn't mirror the first, and we certainly didn't capitalise on or build on that first half from a ball possession and dominance, probably. But from an opportunity perspective, we didn't create enough, in my opinion. That one there, I think the defender done well to recover in goal side and do enough to put Erin off.
And we probably should say the wind was really strong. It did play a huge part in things.
Yeah, the wind was extremely strong, and let's not kind of beat about the bush. It probably did impact the game severely for both teams. But I think, or I'd like to think, that without that strong, severe wind, we would have seen a better performance from Scotland.
And here we've seen Fiona Brown. You know, she just can't get it either side of the goalkeeper, and probably would want a bit more power on it as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see both wide players, and Kirsty Hansen and Fiona Brown linking up. Fiona Brown coming in inside off the right channel, and like you said, I think she does well to swivel on it because the ball's falling at her behind. But probably would like to see that either side of the goalkeeper.
And looking ahead in this competition, we don't know yet whether it's going to be Finland or Slovenia. But what will Pedro Martinez Losa be looking for from the rest of the competition?
Yeah, I think he'll be looking for a good positive reaction on the back of today. Like I said, it's a win, but the players will go away and hopefully self-reflect. They'll have a few training sessions in between a game that no doubt will be a step up in opposition. So yeah, I think he'll be looking to hopefully get a better performance and another win in that second game.
Now, we mentioned it's only the 2 games in this year's competition. I was listening to the Behind the Goals podcast, and we did hear Rachel Corsie speaking about how important those extra training sessions, those training days were, maybe instead of a game that they would have otherwise had in different occasions. Yeah,
I think Rachel's comments are really good and really beneficial, because obviously match minutes are important, but of course in a match you can only start 11 players and make so many substitutions, whereas those additional training sessions, it allows you to obviously include everybody and include everyone at an intensity where you don't need to somewhat isolate starting players or those that's played more minutes from a recovery perspective. So yeah, I'd probably echo Corsie's comments about training being more beneficial than a game in this tournament.
Well, she game of an Voni Calapa Gakanyoni Dahil Marahorshmi a chain as he had late tra Martha Thomas. We see obviously Martha Thomas with the goals, but who else for you stood out in this Scotland match today?
I think for me, I liked the way that Brogan Hay and Lisa Evans started the game. They linked up extremely well. If it was Brogan coming inside, Lisa would go outside, and vice versa. We obviously didn't get to see a lot more of that with the substitutions in the second half, but I think Erin Cuthbert in the middle of the pitch always dominates games with her composure and her confidence on the ball, and Sam Kerr, I think you can really see a step up in her game and her confidence since going to Bayern Munich. So those are the players that probably for me, out with Martha Thomas and her goals, stood out.
Agus bí gilorach son Shesu amach harish ithnig gemen in Raheen Varachid Cooper Pinatar ha bliana vor ek Alapa ith Hoshoch or a heen Hashin id feiking Marahorshmi Alapa a bona huga canyoni as a hied game ga Cooper Pinatar. Joel, just ask you to round us up then. What kind of marks would you give today's match out of 10 from a Pedro Martinez Losa point of view?
I think it was good. It's obviously good to start the tournament on the front foot with a win and a clean sheet. But for me, there are a lot of things to improve on and do better. So I'd probably give the girls a 7 out of 10 on this occasion.
Shach Amachajich Guy Shin Moran Tang Joel, thank you very much. Raheen Marahorshmi a shot with BBC Alaba a Jew ha Queen of the South a Cleich and the Monrosh Chain and Norshin Jamarsh ha Alaba a Cleich Hanelis Hacking Haston yet New Line no Slovenia if it's Joel, well, hey, give it trang as a league, a doshach, and now Rangers have Kuchok give it click as a hoopach, a game as a league, a chain, shin, Lanasabach, a chain, a Kado, then Facegood, at BBC Alaba, I guess Queen of the South, and Ocean, a click, and now skipping a Hicklish, a break, wishing Jano, good Jace, Gamatrik, show at BBC Alaba, Harish, Erin, Chach, and Rehin. At drastic at Wormsa, I guess, va, bo Joel, ha. Game Survival Game Stoppen na Surve Nevada Doel Rivier Calapa, a Reina de Guus, a Gag en Johnny. Maar Shin Live, a Draasta.